Hi, in this video we're going to show you what steps you need to take if you experience streaking while using Cobi. If you're using Cobi in autonomous mode or in manual mode and you notice streaking behind the back of the machine that's not properly picking up water, we're going to go over some things you want to check. So the first thing you're going to want to check is the recovery tank lid. You're going to want to make sure this lid is securely pressed down all of the way. For example, if this lid is up just a slight bit, or if only one side is pushed down and you have a gap. That's going to affect the amount of suction power the machine can create, and it's going to result in streaking on the floor. So make sure this is pressed all the way down by giving it a firm press. If you still have streaking, then you want to also check this gasket on the inside. You want to make sure that it's properly seated like you see here. It's not hanging out, it's not loose. You're going to wipe this clean with a cloth. Any debris or any kind of soil or dirt that's on this, just wipe it clean. You're also going to inspect this gasket for any kind of rips or tears. So now that your gasket is in good condition, you're going to also want to check your recovery basket, and that is located right here in yellow. And this basket is removed by simply twisting and lowering. And if you have any debris in this basket, over time, if you have too much debris in this basket, it will also affect the amount of suction the machine has. So make sure it's clean of any debris, any loose hair, any kind of dirt that you pick up from the floor. Make sure it's cleaned out like this. Go ahead and reinstall the basket, simply twisting it slightly. You have two tabs on each end. There's two tabs on the bottom. You just align them and then you give it a quick little twist, just a slight twist to hold it back in place. So now that you have that cleaned out, you have your gasket clean, you're making sure this is pressed down all the way. You want to check your squeegee for wear. Now, remove your squeegee by using your thumbs and locating the two tabs on each end, just pressing straight down your thumbs. Take the squeegee off. Make sure the squeegee is, first of all, completely cleaned out. This grid right here will have debris that will get caught in it. Make sure there's no debris there, rinse that out, clean it. Then you want to inspect your squeegee blade. Now your squeegee blade, you want to make sure that it's in a usable condition. Over time, this squeegee will wear out, and when it does wear out, you need to replace it with a new squeegee. Now, one indication that you're ready to replace the squeegee is that these blades will start to wave. Picture a piece of bacon, for example. Cooked piece of bacon, if it has waves to it, that's an indication it needs to be replaced. Another indication would be if you went through all the steps I just went over and you're still streaking and your squeegee looks worn, go ahead and replace it with a new squeegee assembly, and also make sure to clean out that grid. Like I said before, if this grid has debris in it, just a small amount of debris, from maybe you missed a daily maintenance and you forgot to clean it, over time that debris will just continue to accumulate, resulting in less suction, which could potentially result in streaking on the floor. So now that you have that cleaned out, and if you replace the squeegee if you needed to, go ahead and reinstall it using your thumbs to hold the tabs on each end. Just slide the squeegee blade under the machine and it'll snap into place. Now, if you go through all of those steps and you're still experiencing streaking on the floor, the last thing you'd want to check is your recovery solution port. And you lift up the lid here, remove the tank. And this is where you want to backflow that port using the hose. So it's indicated here by an icon with a hose in a hand. Basically, take a hose, medium to low pressure, and just flush out this port. What that's going to do is that's going to clear out any debris that's in the internal passageway from the squeegee assembly up to the recovery tank. In some rare cases, you might have debris in there that would over time affect the amount of suction the machine has, therefore affecting how much water is left behind, which can result in streaking. So do all those steps. Lastly, do the port flush, and if you still have issues after you flush that out, you've gone through everything else, that would be a good time to reach out to client care for more assistance.